Today we are making Hyunjin's bunny hood balaclava thingamajigger. I am doing a crochet version as well as a knit version because it is knit, but I mostly crochet. So I believe most of the people who watch are more into crochet. I don't know. Plus it'll be interesting. Let's go. So I am starting with knitting just because I feel like it and I can do what I want. So this is kind of messy. I made a little swatch. It's messy because I did originally, I'm gonna have to turn this down because we're working with white. Just 1 second, that is up. What am I doing? Hello? So it's a bit messy because I was testing out different rib knits, but I think it is the 1x1 rib knit. So I've got this. I'm gonna figure out the sizing now. It's all ribbed around the neck, and of course we do not want it too tight around the neck because death. So I'm gonna loosely measure it around my neck. Obviously this is gonna be very stretchy anyway, but I'll go 13 inches. Okay, this is 16 stitches. I'm using a 6.5mm needles. This is 3 inches. I need a calculator. We have 16 stitches, so 3 inches divided by 16. Each stitch is 0.1875 inches. I don't know if that sounds right. We're gonna go with it. Now we need that to equal 13. So I think we divide 13 by how much a stitch?
2,000 years later.
We need 69 stitches. Why is it always so many? And why that number in particular? So I casted on my 70 stitches. I'm pretty sure it should be an even number. I don't know. I have it on my board. We're knitting in the round, okay? And as I said earlier, we're gonna be using a 1x1 rib stitch. I'm showing what that is. I don't know why. I guess just for my very beginner knitters. Wasn't that long ago since I learned this. So a rib stitch is just alternating your knit stitch. This is a knit stitch. And then you flip this in front because you need it in front to do your purl. Then you do your purl and you just do that over and over again. You can see I don't know what I'm doing. And then to get it in the round, I believe once we reach this, we just continue knitting, right? So I finished my first round. It's not connected yet. And then all I believe I have to do is continue along my merry way, connecting it like this. I switched to a shorter cord because I needed to, even this is too long. It's stretching out my work. I really need to get double pointed needles, but it is what it is. I'm not spending any more money in the next couple months, I don't believe. So then I just continue the pattern and that connects it. Very nice. And I'll continue this for a few inches. I don't know. I have done 9 rows. It is a couple inches long. I'm going to start doing the casting off, but we're only casting off a few to begin with. I believe it goes like upwards. So I think I'll cast off. I want it to be like this much casted off. Also, I think you should do a different way of joining. I don't know how you're actually supposed to join, but it's fine. I will just, when I weave in this end, I will sew it together so it looks good. I don't know. I'll cast off this much, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's just go for an even 10. Yay! I actually went for 8 because that looks adequate, and it's still like in the round because this is stuck on this one, and not really sure how to go from here. I might have to swap these all onto a different needle. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm confused. I've never done this before. Still confused, but now I'm back at this side. I have 2 still left to do, so I think I'm gonna decrease both of them and we're gonna see what happens because I'm pretty sure if I decrease here, doesn't the thing get stuck here? Oh no, it's here. I don't know. I find knitting so confusing. So we decrease twice there. Come on. Or not decrease, sorry. We're casting off 2 times, right? And then it's weird because then it leaves, I don't freaking know. But now we're gonna have to turn it around, right? And then crochet, or knit from this side now because we have to go back and forth instead of around. Does that make sense to me? It's all coming together now. Okay, I'm stupid. I started going back and I forgot to decrease on the way back, so it has to be that way and this way, and I freaking hate going back while knitting. Gotta undo all this now. Okay, so I'm back at the start of this. I'm going to I don't freaking know. I'm going to cast off this one. Am I gonna do 2 every time? I don't know. I feel like this is gonna get too big. I feel like I cast it off too tightly there. I don't freaking know what I'm doing. Okay, now one more. We'll just do 2 every time and hope for the freaking best. Whoa. Okay, that's 2 more casted off on the way back. Now I'm gonna go all the way around and we're gonna cast off 2 on this side as well when we come around this way, and then also when we come back this way, 2 each time. I don't know if I keep saying decrease. If I say decrease, I mean cast off. We have not decreased yet. I did 2 more rows of that, realizing that I can just decrease, so I ended up knitting or purling 3 together on either end every time. And now I have a piece. It's hard with knitting because like the needles stretch it out, so I can't really tell, whereas crochet, like I can just like freaking try everything on as I go. So freehanding is harder for knitting, but I believe this ribbing part opens until his jawline, and I'm pretty sure this is at the end of my jawline. It does decrease a little more, it looks like, within the like stocking knit stitch, so we're going to move on now to the stocking knit stitch. But does this look very skinny to you? I feel like this is gonna choke me concerning a little bit. I am going to now half these stitches though, because I am doing it and I don't know if this is right or not, but I'm going to start doing, because it is seamed along the top and the knitting goes this way and meets together at the top, you know, continuously. So I'm assuming that it is that from then on just knit in 2 pieces and done together like a hood. Sorry, my hair is probably a mess. It's always a mess in the back, so I'm just freaking laying here. So that is what I am going to do. Maybe. So I'll work on the side that has the working yarn first. I'll count these stitches and then I will put half of them on a separate set of needles. I do have metal needles, so we'll see. Okay, so apparently I don't have a 6.5 millimeter in these ones, so this is a 6 millimeter, so it's just gonna be a placeholder whilst we do this side. And I feel like this is just reminding me of all the reasons I don't actually like knitting. It's a nice refresher. Anyway, now we're going to move on to the stocking knit stitch. What is that, you ask? Well, it's a row of knit, and then you flip it around, you do purl. You flip it around, you do a row of knit. You flip it around, you do a row of purl. Super simple. I freaking hate all the weight on here and all the stupidness, but it's fine. We will have to make do. And we're also gonna be decreasing, I believe, still, but not as often. Or maybe we're not even decreasing. Maybe that's just curling in, because when you do the stocking knit stitch, it does kind of curl in. My hands are shaking. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, true. It's just kind of curved in. And then up here, it's not curved in because they seem to have stitched it somehow or done something to it. Interesting. I don't really know what I'm doing. Well, it is always best to do the easiest first. And if it doesn't work, we shall decrease at some point or other. But for now, I am going to start doing the stocking knit. Yay. Alrighty, righty, it looks like this is not going to be wide enough to go around my head. So instead of decreasing where our face hole is, I'm going to increase where it would be on the back, just so that it can go around our big noggin. What is this part of your head called? We need to get around that without it taking too much away from the front part. So I'm just going to increase, if I can freaking remember how to increase. It's been so freaking long. So I do this and then I do that. How did that end up with 3 on when I only had, okay, whatever. I did it. I'm gonna increase. That was probably way too much. I don't know how to undo that though. So we're continuing on. I'm going to increase, I'll maybe leave a row and then increase again the following row. Because then we're gonna be increasing on the other side too much. Or we're gonna be increasing on the other side too to keep it even. So we don't need to increase too much, I don't think. This isn't gonna look good, is it? I've increased 3 times now every other row from where I said, from like here. And yes, it's messy. I can't do any better. I can't. But see, it's curling like how I said it would. Nice, we like that. But is this big enough to go around my head? It's not even bigger than my hand. I think I still need to increase more, but I should have started increasing more from the bottom here because that's where your head starts to go out, right? Well, I don't know. I have a long neck, so hopefully, I don't know. Okay, I did a couple more increase rows. Again, every other row. And then I think I'll just leave it at that. I don't know if that's right or not. I don't know what'll happen, but we are praying to the yarn gods for this one. It looks like a sock or a mitten. I don't know what I'm doing still. So I'm trying to figure out where we're at. Oh no, are we too far? Because I need to start doing, or I want to start doing, hello, is this the back? I'm so confused. I forgot about the stretch. I'm going to start decreasing in the back a bit so that there's not like a little pointy bit in the back. But first, it is lunchtime. I thought I was gonna finish both of these today. I don't think that's happening anymore. Okay, so I think I am now at the proper length, possibly, hopefully, maybe not. Yarn stretches, but yeah, I decreased every row for like 4 rows, and then I decreased every other row for a few rows, and this is, I don't know how, this doesn't look good. It's gonna be pointy still, but we'll see. Okay, we can do the other side better, and then it'll still look wonky because you can't just do one side the one way. And anywho, I should have just stuck to crochet. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm going to cast off all of this and then move on to the other side and do almost exactly the same thing, if I can remember what I even did. Okay, I was almost done this side, right? But then my hand started hurting. So I took a break and like, I feel fine now, but I feel like if I start again, it's just gonna hurt again. So I'm gonna use that as an excuse to move on to the crochet for the time being because I'm so done with knit. It's making me question everything. Since I was using 6.5 for that, I assume I should use 6.5 for this, but it's weird that this crochet hook looks humongous to me, whereas the needles look tiny. That's why my hand hurts. Oh, my hand hurt whenever I grabbed that. There you go. So I should give this hand a rest and give this hand some exercise. Yeah, we're gonna start with, yeah, I have 2 balls of these. I don't know why, but I'm happy. The more yarn I have now, the less I have to buy later. I am going to start this the same. We're doing the ribbing first. I'm gonna start from the back so that, I don't know, that's just what I want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should I just make it the same? That's the thing though, because if I made this first, then I could figure out what works and then I could redo that on the second one, but I've chained 9. I'm gonna work single crochet in the second chain from the hook and then all the way down. Now for a rib stitch for crochet, if you don't know, we're just working. I'll show you in a second, just a second. Whereas ridges in knit form vertically, like so, vertically ridges. Ridges in crochet form horizontally. So we make them going back and forth this way, very long to go around our neck. So I've got the kind of height that I think it would need to be, or at least the height that I made my knit one, so hopefully it is the right height. And then we're just going to crochet in the back loops only, or what do I do? Back loops only? I don't know, whatever's easier for you. You can do either back loops or front loops as long as you do that the entire time, because that is what actually makes the ribbing. And I'm going to be using single crochet just because it is a pretty, well, I mean, crochet doesn't look as tightly woven as knit, so doing the smaller stitches makes it look more that kind of effect, if that makes sense. I don't know. And that is our row, and then we turn it around, and since I'm doing the back loops, I'm going to continue working the back loops. Oh no, that was a slip stitch. If you are working only in the front loops, obviously continue to work in the front loops. Okay, scratch that. We're not doing this as the highest part in the back. We're doing this as the front because it turned out to be shorter than I thought it was. So I'm going to make this the top. So I'm going to increase here for probably 3 rows. So it goes like this a bit on the side, you know. Increasing every time is too much, so I increased every other row for 3 rows. So I increase, no increase, increase, no increase, increase. And now I'll be no increase because I'm going to continue this height for the rest of it. Or does that seem too small still? Check this photo. I don't freaking know. You know what? It doesn't even matter, does it? No, I'll continue. Maybe I'll do 2 rows of increase so it can be more of a stark. I didn't want to get like this anymore. I wanted to chill and not be. Okay, I just did one more row with an increase, and now I'm gonna continue on my merry way around to the back. I am ready to start doing the decreasing side, I believe, but I just realized that this is obviously gonna have to fit over my head somehow, and I think that'll be fine for the knitting because like the rib knit is very stretchy, so that obviously will go over my head. But this, I don't know, it's a little bit less stretchy. I don't know. It should be fine. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe I should do a few extra rows just in case. Ow! So I feel like I should start it now because it's already tight around my neck close. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm gonna start decreasing, and I didn't actually record what I did for this, so hopefully I remember. It's 2 decreasing in a row, and then it goes every other for 3 rows. Alright, let's test it out. It goes around my neck, but can I put it over my head? Ow. It's gonna get caught on my earrings. I cannot. How do I test this? It'll just go around my head, I think. And then I'll get super stretched out, won't it? Dude, I don't even know. Whatever, I'm gonna do it like this. Now I'm just going to go along and slip stitch it here, which is why I wanted this in the back. Or no, maybe I should sew it so it looks less obvious, because I don't really know how to. You know what difference does it make? I'll slip stitch it across. Still working in the back loops only, I believe. I didn't finish yesterday, I got sidetracked. And the last thing I did was I put, well, it together. I showed you, I was FaceTiming my mother, I could not speak. And then I attached on again, and then freaking, I guess I pulled everything. Oh no, I didn't, okay. So I attached on where the thing, where it gets to its highest point, right? Because we have a lower point in the beginning. And then I only meant to do half of it so I could do the same thing as what I did for the knit, but I accidentally single crocheted across the whole part. So I decided I will just continue to do it in the round. And I really wish that I could like keep it on as I crochet, because then I could literally know when to increase it. I should get one of those like head mannequin things and then just like crochet with it on that. But I don't know, I guess I'll just have to keep trying it on to know when to increase. It is pretty stretched out from me sticking this over my head though, so we're good. Okay, I have to redo my single crochets. It's gonna have to start from here because it's gotta, you know, go up and over my ears. And right now it's like way back here, which like, I don't know, is not gonna work, right? Yeah, because they're like back here. Okay, I put a lot more single crochets in this one, so we're just gonna check to make sure that it's going well. Very nice. I probably won't increase then because I feel like this will be good. I did decrease in row 3 on either side here just because the knitting curls in a bit up here, which makes it look like it's decreasing a bit. So I'm just decreasing once on either side there. And I shall continue single crocheting around and around until I don't have to anymore. Now we are at this stage. So I am going to increase a couple times on this side just so that it does like the circle thing, because it doesn't, I don't know, in the knit it's like curled in and then they like stitch it somehow to get it to stop curling at the top so that it goes like, you know. I'm testing it out once more. I've done a few more rows. I feel like it needs to be in more. I don't know what I'm doing. Choking myself, my goodness. So I'm gonna increase again on either side, and that was with 2 rows of non-increasing. Here is where we're at now. I think we're going swimmingly because it comes like just to his hairline, which is where this is coming to, but I need to figure out what to do with this. I don't think it'll be that bad, but it will poke out. My options are either try to decrease here, which I feel like I don't think that would do anything, or I could just do it like this and then sew it in later. It won't be that much of a pokey bit, I think. Or I could like slip stitch across this part just so that it gets lower. I don't know if that would do anything. I'm gonna try slip stitching. And if it doesn't work, I'll just sew it afterwards and it'll be perfect. Okay, I believe this is good. It looks like crap, but it's whatever. I'm going to sew it across here and then like kind of angle it like this so that there's no bump in the top. Okay, I sewed it together. I'm gonna double check it first though before weaving in the end. That's pretty good. It's just a little nub at the top. That's fine. Ha 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 ha. I feel like it's too small. Let's stretch it a little bit. I'm sweating. I was so cold before this. Wow, I don't look like Hyunjin. I just finished my first ear. I'm gonna show you how to make it in a second, but look at this. Why is it so curly? I must have messed up the tension or something. I don't know why it keeps curling like that. So, oh, look at that. It's so cute. It's a bit longer than his. That was unintentional. I obviously did not mean to do more work, and I've already taken off 2 rows. I don't remember how it's sewed on, but I'm not sewing it on yet. I'm making the second one first. We are working from the bottom up, and we are starting with 6 single crochet in a magic ring. If you want it to be fatter at the bottom, like his is a bit fatter than mine's a bit more pointy, then you can start with more, or else in this next row, I didn't increase, but you can increase. So we're just gonna single crochet all the way around, no increase. Now instead of slip stitching or continuing to work in the round, we're just going to turn it around and start working back and forth. I did 4 rows of just single crochet back and forth, and now I'm going to do 2 rows of the same, just increasing in one of the middle stitches here, each row. Then I did 3 more rows with no increase, and what I did after that was I increased once on both sides, but then that made it too much, so I think I'm just gonna do 2 rows again with just increasing in the middle in each of the rows. And then you just continue until you get the length that you want. After this, I did increase like 2 more times here, but I don't remember where. I think it was like here and here, and I can't find them for some reason. But I did end up with 12 stitches, so I don't know. This second ear is better because it is smoother. There is no random too much increase, which is nice. Anyway, moving on. I'm gonna sew it to, oh freak, I didn't even fasten that off. Just 1 second. I am going to sew this to the top of it, like how I did the Loverboy beanie, just because I want it to fold in as much as possible so it's more like the knit one. And then we're just gonna, I don't freaking know. I didn't see the picture. Where are we putting this? They're pretty far back. Actually, maybe I did do them too short. I've been thinking I've been doing them too long. They're like pretty far back here. Okay. All right. Oh, what is in my mouth? Okay. Moving on. This one also turns a bit too though. I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to put it pretty parallel like this, just in the back. So it's like right where my sewn together part is. And maybe like 3 rows of stitches down if we want to be particular. Keep getting stuff in my mouth. Okay, I sewed it on very loosely so I could see if it's right, and if not, I can undo it fairly easily. Why is it so twisty? Does it look good? I don't know. Gotta go check the mirror. Okay, I think it's good. It would be better if it didn't freaking twist around so much, but I don't know what to do about that, so. It's 4:20, I'm finally done this one. Hello. So cute. I even wove in the ends. What's going on? I'm sweating. Does this even look like it? I don't know. The ears are so twisty. As for the knit one, I did finish knitting it last night, this like hood part. So now I'm just gonna sew down and across it. I did not leave an end long enough to weave in, so I don't know what that's about. I finished my 2 ears. I also sewed this together. I didn't even try it on yet, so hopefully it looks okay. Oh, that feels a lot nicer to put on than the other one. Oh my gosh, it's bigger than the other one. That's nice. Wow, okay. The only thing is this is curling up like crazy. Like it's curling up more than his. Like why is it, why? Like his is like this and mine is like this. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to fix that. Blocking question mark? I don't know. I'm also gonna have to try to stitch around here and see if that's what made that stay out and not curl up. These were super simple. I just cast on 16 and then just made a rectangle. And then at the very bottom here, I just stitched very loosely around here, pulled it tight so that it would come together like so. And yeah, that's all I did. Now I need to stitch it on here, probably relatively open. I'll let the little tiny bit of the edge piece fold over like his. But other than that, I hope these widen out a little bit and stop curling so much because it makes the end look weird when it's like that. I don't know. Maybe I should have decreased a bit at the end, but at the same time, these are supposed to stay out wider. It's cute though. I guess 'tis a strange hood to begin with. La 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 la. I put the ears on. This is so exciting. Actually, I'm very done with these. It's day 3 and I thought this would only take 1 day. But hello, we finished. I tried stitching around here to see if that would stop it from curling. It did not. So I just took it out again and I'm gonna live with it. Ah, la 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 la. Does it look right? I think it looks better than this one, but I don't know. It feels better because this is more chill. Knitting's more chill. Goodbye.